Welcome to the Twin Tiers.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
to have you here.
Thanks for having us, man.
Great. So how does it feel to be headlining your first solo tour?
It's funny, man. I'm loving it. You know, I think I was really nervous. I mean, coming off the Idol tour, you know, and doing it with 9 people that I'd shared a really unique experience with, it was easy to kind of to have that support group. I love it, man. It's just like I get up every day and I have new stimuli everywhere, and I get to meet some really cool people. So.
Your CD, David Cook, went platinum in under 12 weeks.
Consistently amazed at all the good things that keep happening. I think, you know, to come where I came from before, where I was struggling to sell like 500 or 1,000 copies of a record, to get here, I'm extremely blessed.
How old were you when you wrote your first song?
Depends on what you define as a song. I wrote what I guess is my first song when I was 15. A song called Red Hot, and it was awful. And that will never, hopefully I'll never see the light of day again, but yeah, you never know.
Of all of the ones you've written, what's on your top 3?
Top 3 songs I've ever written. Permanent, in no specific order, Permanent, Straight Ahead, and Reaching Back. Wow. I would probably say Daily Anthem. Yeah.
Didn't reach too far back.
Yeah.
Your song Heroes is being associated with March Madness.
Yeah.
How do you and Ben feel about that?
I'm a big sports fan, so that's huge for me. You know, when they came and asked, I remember the label approached me and they told me, you know, we'd been contacted about doing this. Are you sure it's something you want to do? You know, I was like, absolutely. Are you kidding me? And so I don't know. I mean, being a sports fan, it's nice to be able to be associated anyway with something that you get behind. And so now I'm just waiting for the Chiefs or the Royals to ask me to write a theme song for them or something. So.
You're not wearing your Chiefs hat today.
No, I'm not. Chiefs hat has actually been retired. A lot of fans got into the habit of signing my hat over the Idol tour, and so now I've got my Royals hat, but I only bring it out on special occasions.
Recently, your band played for the troops in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
That was probably the coolest thing I've been able to do. You know, to come off Idol. Anytime somebody talks to me anymore, it's always about Idol or about myself, and I don't know, I'm appreciative of where I'm at, but I don't really like talking about myself all that much. And so to be able to kind of do something that felt like it was bigger than us was really cool. You know, to go out and experience something like that, it's impossible to not have it affect you. I remember we walked around Baghdad, downtown Baghdad on an off day, and just to see, like, I mean, it's a functioning city, and you see, like, all these normal things, and you turn to your left, all of a sudden you see, you know, this building with one side of it just bombed out, and it was a trip, man. I'd hopefully we get to go back.
Oh, you're basically living on a bus with 11 other guys right now. How is that going?
It's going surprisingly well. I was really worried about how that was going to pan out, and we lucked out. I mean, we have, you know, a band and a crew that really get along with one another, and everybody's really chill. And but we are looking at getting hopefully another bus somewhere down the line. I'd like to be able to stretch my legs once in a while.
Speaking of the guys that you're on the road with, you've played with 2 of these guys for quite some time.
Yeah, Neil and Andy are my guitar players, and I've known them about 6 years. I was in a band with them in Tulsa called MWK, and when we were putting the band together, they were necessities for me. You know, I consider them my secret weapons, in that I know that I can get along with them on the road. I know that they can play with me, and I know that I can play with them. And musically, they bring something to the table that I have the utmost respect for. So it was an easy call on my part. It was just a matter of convincing everybody else.
How did you meet those 2?
I was in a band in Kansas City, and they were in MWK in Tulsa, and I remember we did a New Year's show together in Tulsa, and kind of hit it off, did some show trades, ended up doing like a 2-week tour together, and really just hit it off with the guys. I mean, Neil and I have a birthday 2 days apart. I'm the elder by 2 days, and so him and I have formed a really cool friendship, and so to be able to bring him out, it's nice because I've got some guy on the road that'll completely call me on any way, shape, or form I get out of line, and but he's also my biggest supporter, and so it's cool.
Well, you and Neil, in writing these songs, have written some that get people really singing along.
Yeah.
What's it feel like for you to have the people out there singing with you?
That is the biggest compliment I think any musician can ever get, is to have somebody sing their songs back to them. And I remember when I was kind of starting out, I think we were like 3 years in as a band, and trying to get people to pay attention. I remember I said, if I could ever play a show to like thousands of people and they're all singing the song back to me, I'm just going to quit. And I've had to change that a little bit. But that is probably the biggest thrill, is to walk on stage and have that happen. And it's happened a few times on this tour, so knock on wood.
Oh, you're performing a couple of songs on this tour that you haven't written.
Yeah.
Little Lies
Mm-hmm.
and Hot for Teacher, and totally different songs.
Right.
Why did you guys pick these?
Just wanted to do something fun. Wanted to come out and play the stuff off the record and promote the record, but also do songs that were fun and do songs that came out of left field and were interesting to people. And Little Lies was the first one we worked out. We did that while we were doing like the press run leading up to the record, and it just kind of hit the right way. It was a fun song to play, and then when we were putting the tour together, we wanted to just do like really upbeat, fun songs. And Hot for Teacher, doing the college tour, it just made sense. And that is probably the most fun I have on stage, is playing that song. So we've had to temper it, because I used to throw it in on the set every night, even when it wasn't on the set. So I've had to really like sit back on it. But yeah, I think they're a nice break from everything, and hopefully it keeps the audience engaged. So.
Well, tonight is one about, over 30 college stops for you. And why did you decide to do your first tour at colleges?
It just made sense. I think, for me, it was a grassroots thing. I started really getting serious about music when I was in college, and and going to shows and playing at shows on college campuses, there's just a vibe there that you don't find anywhere else. And unfortunately, it seems like a really under-tapped market. So anything that we can do to kind of make this organic and real, and kind of eliminate some of the buffer that's created from coming off of Idol, I welcome it.
What's next?
I have no idea. I mean, we're going to stay on the road for a while, and hopefully we stretch the legs out on this record, and they're really long. I think we have a lot of great songs on this record that people, the mass listening public, haven't heard yet. And so we're going to try to get this record in as many years as possible, and then work on another record somewhere down the line. So.
Is this your first trip to this part of the country?
Yeah. I mean, other than just like one-offs for doing Idol press, yeah, this is the first time. So.
All set?
All right. Great.
Good. Cool.